Sagittarius have the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and then you also have the Queen of Swords. What's going on to you, Sagittarius, by the way? How y'all doing? So what we got going on here is you're just pretty much watching at how people are basically being small-minded. You know, the person that wants to pull you into exhibiting your old habits again, those people are, you know, they've got so much going on with them to the point where it's not even funny. These people are dysfunctional. And so the situation with them is that the situation with them is that they don't like the fact that you, Sagittarius, have moved forward. That's what it is. That's what's going on. And they're in a place where, you know, they want to see you fail. So what they'll do is, if you, Sagittarius, have anybody right now who is trying to like get you into doing the same goofy stuff that you used to do, that you decided that you were going to quit doing, and you have successfully quit doing, those are the people that want you to fail. Those are the people that, you know what I'm saying, who are salty, who don't like the fact that you, Sagittarius, got out of that matrix. You know, you got out of that cycle of having to go through this same thing over and over and over again. So now that you've essentially found a way to get up out of it, they're jealous of that, you know? And this is what I mean when I say that, you know, that mountain of like, you know, people y'all gotta watch out specifically, but people in general gotta watch out for people who we're in relationships with whom don't mean us well. But we're in relationships with some of these people, but then they don't mean us well, right? I'm not a Sagittarius, but I'm speaking for everybody in general, but I'm specifying it because obviously these are the cards that popped up for you, Sagittarius. So, but I'm just saying at the same time, this is what it is though. And so the situation with that is that they don't like the fact that you see them as people who are essentially controlled by their own affinities. You know, they like something so much to the point where they don't know how to stop themselves sometimes. And so the situation with that is the Ten of Cups now and the Page of Pentacles, excuse me, the Seven of Pentacles is about how, and you know, they'll say anything around this time. Why? Because what they're carrying around with them, not just physically, as far as like, it's more so spiritually, you know, it's more so emotionally, it's heavy what they're carrying, whether it's emotional and spiritual, which it's both. They are essentially, they are carrying heaviness. That's what they're carrying. They're carrying a heaviness to them. They've really got a serious heaviness to them. And the situation is, if you, Sagittarius, go and rock with these people, you're going to end up exhibiting some of those same natures that you used to. That's why I was saying that, you know, people want to get into the moralism of it all. Like the universe, this is what I'm trying to say. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty, because moralistic people like to use guilt as a way to get people to do things they don't want to do. The people who don't want to do something will be compromised to do it, and people will use guilt to get a person to do something who's being controlled doesn't want to do. This is why I was saying about the whole moralism thing. It's because moralistically, because a lot of people they like to assume the moral high ground, right? So they'll say, okay, right, come back. You should go back and help these people. But this is what I was trying to say about the lack of moralism. I'm not saying that you lack a code and you run around doing this. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you see this kind of game happening, you, Sagittarius, know when to hold them and when to fold them, when to help, when not to. This person is carrying something so heavy with them emotionally and spiritually. They don't want to climb up out of what they've got going on. or maybe it's not as easy for them to be able to do it, right? And it doesn't make it any better at the fact that they're jealous and envious on top of that, because of the fact that you're able to actually move past your own weaknesses and address those things. So what are they trying to do, right? Some of you Sagittarius, like I said before, you may have things happening with you with this person, where this person is more lovey-dovey, more on you. And we're going to get into how I know that. And so some of you Sagittarius, again, the Six of Wands and the King of Wands, right? You're getting over that mountain. You've gotten over that time of, now that you stop doing something, now what's left to do is make that a habit, an everyday habit. How do you do that? You just don't do it, and you find other things to do. And then as time passes by, you'll no longer essentially want to do it. The King of Wands, however, represents you had your own things about yourself that you had to address, and you've done that, or at least enough to be able to start a new cycle, right? Because a cycle is a circle. What is our circle of habits? Essentially, that's what a cycle is. This is why I was trying to say there is no such thing as karma. You have these individuals who only want to think from a moralistic. You know what I'm saying? For people who really want to learn, the universe is a lot bigger. There's a lot more to study than just your silly, delusional ideologies. What karma is basically the habits that you do, the circle of habits that you do, right? They told it to you in The Lion King, right? The cycle of life. What is a cycle? A circle. And so the situation with that is that, what are you doing that creates your life, because you're doing it over and over and over. So it becomes a cycle. And so because it becomes a cycle, it becomes a part of your life, because you do it often. And so when you stop doing something, that's how you get out of the karma. That's one of the ways on how you get out of the karma. People seem to think that karma is this thing that lasts forever, and it's like, yo, like, stop talking that. That's delusional. You know what I'm saying? It's delusional. That's not how it actually happens for real. And so what goes on here is that the Ace of Swords, this is what people were talking about when they say they're getting rid of generational hexes, right? That's what they mean. What they're trying to say is they're not going to continue the same cycle, the same circle of habits that their ancestors did. So guess what? They're going to do things differently to get out of the circle of habits that their ancestors did, freeing themselves up. It's not this 10,000 years, 10,000 lifetimes, a million lifetimes kind of thing. This is, if you know what I'm saying? This is, if you can get out of it, do the cycle, then get out of it. And so since you Sagittarius have gotten out of it, the next couple of cards are the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, right? You're bountiful. Your life is fruitful, right? Because once again, everybody got to save themselves. I'm not saying, see, this is what I'm talking about the moralism thing, right? Because you have people who are caught in this moralistic thinking who can't think outside, who can't think outside of that. I'm not saying that you can't help other people, but what I'm trying to say here is there are certain things that people can only do on their own that other people cannot do for them, no matter how much they would like to, and that they would have to address those things 100% on their own, because no one can help you address those things, right? And so the thing about it is that the Six of Cups, this is how it is that I know that it's a person coming back, constantly trying to get you to re-exhibit, you know what I'm saying, your dysfunctional cycles again, your karmic cycles again. It's because of this Six of Cups person here. What's going on here is those people need your help, but they're so dysfunctional, they can't be around you and need your help and kind of need your assistance to help themselves get out without because they so dysfunctional without them trying to make you dysfunctional. And so this is why I was trying to say about the whole ideology of like, watch out for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch out for, you know, people trying to use those tactics, those mind games, morality, as a means of like tugging you to make you act a certain kind of way in which you don't want to act, you don't want to move in concordance with that, because you work against yourself doing that, right? Trying to get you to compromise your own self because trying to get you to act against your own self, helping them, right? Or doing things for them. So this is why I was saying gotta get over the moralism. So let's clarify the Six of Cups here, right? For you Sagittarius. So for you Sagittarius, right? For them specifically, you have the Emperor, the Devil card. You see what I mean? The Knight of Pentacles. Then you have the Knight of Cups, and then you Sagittarius also have the Seven of Wands. Now again, the Six of Cups, I'm clarifying for this person, but I'm addressing you. So in this sense, the Emperor, the Devil card, and the Knight of Pentacles represents, they see you, they're jealous of you, once again, of the fact that you, Sagittarius, got out of the stupid cycles and habits that you were caught up in, that you decided to essentially get out of. And so they're planning on sticking themselves to you like glue as much as possible to, one, get you to come with them or help them out. That's why it's so dysfunctional, hanging around people who have this kind of thinking. And so the situation is that the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and then you have the Seven of Wands here for you Sagittarius. Now, it speaks about how you Sagittarius are in a place where, in your lives now, where you have to watch yourself. You have to you have to kind of look out for yourself, because if you don't, these people will have you all over the place. Sagittarius naivety, right? So, and Sagittarius can get caught. The Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, again, you may feel generous. What did Kratos say to his son? He said, we will be confronted by all manner of creature. Do not open your heart to their desperation. Do not open your heart to what's going on with them. They wouldn't do it for you. And this is what I was trying to say about, again, the no moralism, or the lacking of moralism. That moralism stuff will be used against you if you don't know how to use it. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 28,130 something. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Blow the views up on this video as well. Also too, if you Sagittarius would like to get a personal reading from me, the link to that is in the comment section below. Call the Linktree link.